I cannot believe I forgot you were part of this, because it's almost my obsession to ask anybody who was part of it to quiz them to death on it. Kev the Goat has written in and says, ask him about his Brawl for All fight with Bradshaw.
That was, I just had sinus surgery. I didn't want to do it because of that. But a few of the boys said, oh, just do it. It'd be, even if you don't make it past the first one, you still get $5,000 just for that night, So I did it, and I was being more defensive because I was trying to protect my nose where I just had surgery. But me and him popped each other a few times, and on points, to be fair, I did beat him with 2 takedowns. But they wanted, that whole Vince Russo thing. What a dick he is. But he's the one that didn't want us to have the belts because we wore overalls. And yeah, not a big fan of Vince Russo's. But anyway,
some say he had somewhat of a southern bias, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's from the north, and he was just I don't know, just an ass, just disrespectful in his own little way, snobby. I said, you come to where I come to my house and go to my little town, everybody's got overalls on. So don't tell me that shit.
What was his thing with the overalls then? I mean, did he? Because I know you all like the waistcoats towards the end.
Yeah, because they wanted us to switch over, and I'm the one that come up with the name Southern Justice.
Now, I was going to ask about this. Now, I thought it was Road Dogg who came up with that name. That was my guess.
It was mine. It was Southern Justice, and me and Phineas had the little cards made. It said Southern Justice, Problem Solvers. And Phineas Tex just sent me a whole box of those from when we had them made back in 98. So I've been handing some of them out at some of the signings.
Oh, yeah, so they're vintage.
Yeah, they're 20-some years old, still in the box.
You're signing them and selling them, aren't you? Or are you just handing them out?
I was signing them, giving them away.
Nice. I should have gone to your table then. I would have got a free card out of it, maybe.
Yeah.
In a way, you were like the original APA. Bradshaw and Farouk. You were like the pre-problem solvers, like a couple of years before they did it.
Yeah, we were, because we would at the end of our match, if we destroyed the person, we would throw our little business card, said "Problem Solvers" on it, throw it on them, and walk away.
I've got to go back to, because as I say, I'm obsessed with it. The Brawl for All. So I know you weren't successful. You had sinus surgery, as you said. I can't believe, and I'm going to get to more questions about it, but I can't believe they let you in it at all because of the neck situation. They let you in with a broken neck. They let Pierre Carl Willett with one eye.
One eye, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. Wasn't really an emphasis on safety at that time, I think.
Well, I mean, it was, we're wrestlers, not boxers, and just some of the impact, like Godfather when he hit the ground, and Bradshaw, I mean, lifeless. And these are big guys, and it took some of them guys weeks to get over their injuries, but just it was almost humiliating, to see big tough guys getting put down like that. Now, if it's a bar fight, it's a different thing. But everybody's trying to be technical out there and do this and do that. And it was very dangerous, and I didn't like it.
Yeah. Savio Vega got injured. That was the last time he was seen in WWF until WWE. But he made like a couple of appearances along with you, actually, one of them. Steve Blackman got injured. He was out for 6 months. Godfather was out for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, he really got messed up. And, Bradshaw, they said it was hours before he even got his senses back, It
was, I saw that and I remember it. He's knocked down. So here's the other thing, is that the guy refereeing it is a professional wrestling referee. He's never refereed a boxing match in his life. Jack Doan and
Yeah.
whoever it was. So you've got a referee who doesn't know what they're doing. And then, so with the end where Bradshaw gets knocked down heavily, but he managed to stagger up, and it's against Bart Gunn. And Jack Doan just looks at him, and we don't even know what galaxy he was on. He was not on planet Earth.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Jack looked at him and was like, well, his eyelids are open. Get out there, buddy. And it was like, it just executed him.
Yeah, yeah. And somebody, they should have, I guess they didn't think people were going to get knocked out, but that's what the whole reasoning behind it, because Vince Russo had a vendetta against Bradshaw and wanted to see him get his ass beat. That was the whole thing.
Explain that. So, the vendetta with Bradshaw, do you think?
Russo thought Bradshaw was a big mouth bully, and he wanted, of course, Dr. Death Steve Williams was their great hope. He was going to beat everybody's ass, and then he got knocked out, and that was a whirlwind. Then it was went south quick because their main guy's out.
And then they sent out the actual winner, Bart Gunn, to be murdered by Butterbean.
Butterbean.
And
I like Butterbean.
Did he manage you once, Butterbean?
He managed us in Joe Louis Arena or the Cobalt Arena. One of them.
How did that come about?
We met Bill Lambier that night, and Butterbean was there, and I don't know how it come about. They said, we got a guy that's going to be your guest referee. And he walked us out. Great guy. And matter of fact, I was with him about a year and a half ago on a signing, and he's DDP's got him back in like fighting shape. So he's doing real good, because he was like 500 pounds in a wheelchair, and they didn't think he'd ever walk again. And now he's doing great.
And I'm sorry to harp on this. I did say I was obsessed with it. Also they put in a bodybuilder, Akim Albrecht, Brackus.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. I mean he couldn't wrestle without.
He was miserable. He just never picked up on the wrestling. Never got it up here. And where he was on the road so much, he started losing muscle mass. So some of these guys freak out. Oh man, I've lost 5 pounds. What the hell? So he was more into himself and the bodybuilding, which was fine, but he wasn't material for wrestling.
Well, the old story goes is that when he was training with Dr. Tom in the headquarters with like Mark Henry and The Rock at the time, I think he insisted on bumping on a mattress.
I think I did hear that.
Yeah.